Hi, my name is Carlos Funes. I am currently majoring in electrical engineering, and as I was finishing up some of the assignments that I have to finish, I came to this conclusion on how to just be able to solve any problem that is given to you when it comes to not only engineering but life in general. Do practice problems. If you don't get the right answer on the first try, don't get discouraged. Now you know how to not get that answer. Now you know that if you do that, you're gonna get it wrong. And that's good, because that's leading you into being able to get the right answer from your mistakes. That's how we live life. We basically live from our mistakes. We know what to do and what to not do in order to basically do the right things. And this is a pretty interesting analogy. I have my simulator right here, and I'm able to test out a lot of different driving techniques that there is out there. When it comes to you learning a new thing, you're gonna have to fail. Like, you just can't avoid that. As I first began to learn how to drift in this simulator, I remember I spun out a lot of times. I crashed into the barriers of the circuit a lot of times. But as I was failing a lot, I also learned what not to do. And when it comes to driving, you could look up a lot of video tutorials on how to do it. It's gonna give you some good advice. You could look up how different people do it. Now, that's what you want to be looking at. And you could watch a lot of, or even read information on how to drive. You could easily just read the DMB book on how to drive, or the rules that you need to follow, which are really helpful. But in the long run, is the book gonna drive for you? Like, physically speaking, does the book have hands and it's gonna take you everywhere that you want without you even touching the steering wheel? Like, no. So that's when feeling comes in, and it is something that I cannot describe with simple words, but I can give you an analogy. When it comes to driving the simulator, right, you have to understand the different feelings that comes within a car. As an example, when you start losing grip on your tires, when you have a lot of grip in your tires, when you oversteer, when you understeer, the simulator will translate that motion that the car is doing virtually into the steering wheel. And because of that, it's up to you how you are going to respond to the behavior that the car is doing. And now when it comes to responding, there really isn't a mathematical formula for you to approach it and have the perfect and most definitive response to it, because you could do it many ways. For example, as you oversteer on a curve in order for you to drift, what are you gonna do in order for you to slide into that curve? What have you done previous times for you to slide into that curve? For you to turn into that curve and just drift? What have you done previous times? Do you know what it feels like to fail? Do you know how you can avoid failing? Well, if you crashed a lot of times and spun out a lot of times, and that eventually led you to being really good at taking the curve and drifting, the oversteer by counter steering, then yes. But if you never put in the work and you never experience what crashing or don't even know what oversteer or counter steering is, then are you going to be able to drift that curve? Now, miracles can happen. I won't doubt that, because the one from above is the one who is providing this knowledge, so I can share it with you guys. And I really do thank God on how He is able to provide intelligence which surpasses my human brain. So, what I want to leave you with, guys, is that sometimes when it comes to solving really hard and difficult problems, the best way for you to approach them is by solving similar ones that have already been solved. Practice those problems. If you don't know how to do it at all, look at the answer key. And once you look at the answer key, try to do that problem without looking at the steps, and you should get that answer key. Understand how that answer key happened. And if you're able to grasp that logic, if you're able to get that right answer without looking at the answer key, that means you got it. You got it. You'll do good. Because we are designed to learn. We are designed to transform things. God has such an amazing intelligence that I just cannot define how amazing the human brain is. I won't doubt that, The incredible transformations that we see around our world are there. But why do I call them transformations? Well, because we use materials that have already been created. So we're technically not creating anything new. We're just transforming the materials that are in our environment into different shapes and components in order to make new uses of them. If you really think about it, that's all engineering is. It's just transforming. I wouldn't use the word creator if you want to go ahead and define it as. I mean, that's your opinion. I don't disagree with it, but I don't agree with it either. I respect it. So, yeah, I hope that this video helps people understand the analogy with the simulator. You're not going to be able to learn how to drift if you just watch or read but never apply it or practice it yourself. So if you ever encounter like a really hard physics problem, search up that topic, because sometimes a small understanding of the topic doesn't allow you to solve the question. Now again, sometimes. And if you understand the topic really well, but you're just not able to solve the question, see if there has been similar problems online. See how different people have approached certain questions with specific mindsets when it comes to that specific topic, though. See, what things are you missing? Look at a lot of examples that will eventually lead you into getting that answer. And I kid you not, like, your brain will grasp that logic and it will whatever needs to be transformed in order for you to understand it. Now it is currently 3 in the morning, so if my eyes seem to be closing by themselves, it is because I am quite tired and I'm about to go to sleep. But I just wanted to share that thought with you guys. Just do a lot of practice, research, research. Do you see how the ratio of practice is bigger than research? Because you can do a lot of research, but if you don't practice, then what's the point? I hope that this advice helps a lot of you, not only in engineering, but also in life. And yeah, I hope it makes sense to a lot of people. I hope that a lot of viewers are able to grasp what I wanted to throw out there. And yeah, I'm also working towards just getting it done, and God willing, it will happen in Jesus' name.